Hello everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and I hope you are having a great day even despite the prices going down. As you can see, the prices are down once again for the market. I think the only coin that's up right now is Tron because I think the creator of Tron is releasing something or talking about something, or there's some type of meeting going on. So not to make this a super long video or to like dive too deep into it, we were talking yesterday about the Bitcoin death cross, if you will. Bitcoin has fallen below $7,500, and they say that it is because of the Twitter ICO ad ban, the same that is going on with Google, the same that's going on with Facebook, the same that is, I think there's also some lesser known company they decided to also jump into the mix and say that they were also banning it. This seems to, they're saying that this is the reason why the prices are down. I have never been more skeptical in my entire life. We have had entire countries before banning cryptocurrencies, like I said before. There was a period where China and Russia back to back said they were banning cryptocurrencies. Prices fell by 12, 15, 18, I think 20% was like the maximum. And by the next week, prices were back up. I am, I guess, skeptical by nature. I like to read more into things, and I do not believe that Twitter has that much power that it could swing the entire market, especially when it comes down to basically the things that are being banned are ICO ads. And even when it comes to normal cryptocurrency ads, I do not think this has such a major effect that something like this would happen to the market. And it's kind of gotten to the point, sorry if I sound a bit frustrated, but I'm sure you all understand where I am at this moment. So reading around, this seems to be the topic of the day. This is what every single news outlet seems to be talking about. They're talking, if you guys remember at all, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about that all these analysts keep coming forward. They keep saying that Bitcoin's going to hit this price and this price and this price and this price. The number that they kept on hitting over and over and over was $6,000. They said once it hits $6,000, this would be the trigger and everything would start to go back up. And when you read around, this is exactly what is constantly quoted everywhere. We talked about the charts and stuff like that before. I think you can draw as many lines. I'm sorry if I seem ignorant to these lines. I understand what they mean. I get them. I've done stocks and stuff like that before. I get it. But you can draw as many lines as you want, and they usually won't mean anything because most of the times they're completely wrong. There were also lines around here where they said it would go to X, Y, and Z, whatever the case might be. I firmly believe in my heart of hearts that this is all being manipulated. We know for a fact that stocks and gold and silver and the housing market is also manipulated to a certain degree. I think it would be foolish to believe that cryptocurrencies, as young as they are, cannot and are not being manipulated in some way so that other people can get into the market. I also believe that at some point the prices will go back up. I'm not sure if that is hitting deaf ears at this point because we've seen these falls and stuff like that before, but this is constantly the number that is being pushed around. I'm not exactly sure why 6,000 is the constant number. There, everywhere I look, everywhere on different type of websites, on news outlets, and whoever they're talking to on Fox News, CNN, CNBC, Bloomberg, Forbes, wherever you might want to look, they all keep saying the 6,000 will be the part where the bulls take charge. I'm still very skeptical. There's just a lot that's been going on the last couple of months. I'm sure you've all noticed. The only thing that keeps my spirit slightly up in any way is the fact that even where we are now, we were even lower in February after that major dip, and we hit 6,000 something, 6,200 it was? Yeah, 6,271. And even more so the last time we were here before, I believe was November something. Somewhere around this era. You guys know what I'm talking about. So, I mean, a lot has been wiped out from the market, but we're still, it is literally as if the entire pump didn't happen. So realistic, I mean, sorry if I sound a little, I'm not distressed. It's just kind of like trying to figure out how to say things properly without getting too angry or kind of out there. We are literally exactly where we would be more or less had nothing happened, had this entire jump happened, had the Mt. Gox thing not happened, had the regulation things, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This has all happened. It's not behind us, but it had to happen at some point. These things were going to happen. I mean, it's just where the market is. I do expect things to go back up at a certain point. I do not know when. I do not know if it's going to be 6,000. I cannot, like I said before in another video, I cannot tell you what to do with your money. If you feel confident about pulling out at this point of the market, there are tons of people who have also done the same. People have done the same around 10,000 as well. It's just a matter of when the markets will go back up. We never know in this market, in cryptocurrencies, when we're going to get that little bit of news. There was no one who could have predicted in October, when we were at $4,600, that we would hit 20,000 within the next couple of months. I mean, it kind of is what it is at this point. I don't really know what is really going on. I do not think Twitter had anything to do with any type of price crash. That was a tongue twister for some reason. But yeah, to move on just a little tiny bit from this story of the day, Bitfinex has also announced that they're also trying to move to Switzerland, as the regulations where they currently were are not in their favor. Bitfinex, one of the world's largest exchanges, is reportedly moving out of its current base in Hong Kong over to Switzerland. German language Swiss news weekly Handelszeitung is reporting that Hong Kong-based Bitfinex is already in talks with Swiss authorities over a move to Europe. Switzerland is at the top of the list of potential destinations, while London is also being considered as an alternative, the report added. I think we are definitely getting to a point. I don't know if they know something that we don't know that's going on inside of China and or Hong Kong, whatever. But there are a lot of exchanges that are moving to America or that are moving to Europe. I feel like something big is brewing, or these people or these exchanges have been receiving some type of, they received something in the mail that is pretty much spooking them to move to Europe. Either way, I'm glad. Whatever helps the market move forward, or whatever helps confidence in the market, whatever helps people to kind of get I mean, there were a lot of people as well. There were a lot of people I've heard before who feel more comfortable with exchanges that weren't in Asia, simply because a lot of times if something goes wrong with your money, you kind of want to find an address or a place that you can go on their door and kind of knock and say, hey, like, where's my money? Because this was part of the problem with Mt. Gox. A lot of people lost their money. Mt. Gox was in, I believe, Tokyo. And, you know, if you lose your money, there's not many people who can take off a couple of days of work and hop on a plane, go to Tokyo, and hold up a sign saying, where's my money? But yeah, so it's a relatively short news day. This is obviously the news of the day. I mean, I understand it's hard to remain optimistic. I know a lot of people watching this, and a lot of my friends as well, people who are talking about they got lucky when Bitcoin was relatively low, and they had, or have at this point, 20, 30, 40 Bitcoin. They got relatively lucky when the prices were, you know, only 200. They snagged a whole bunch of them. So losing 6 figures is not a very nice feeling. But I mean, there's always somebody who has it worse than you, if that gives you any kind of consolation. All right, everyone, that is going to do it for this video. Let's hope that everything goes back up. I hope you guys still some way have a great day. I hope you find $1,000 in the street wherever you're walking. I hope something good happens to you. Thank you once again for listening, and I will talk to you all soon. See you.